Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you once again for joining us for this afternoon's webinar. Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace focusing on the new Acronis backup solutions for Office 365. Joining us today, you've got myself, Craig Bobet. I head up the local team here for the Ingram Micro Cloud Australia, and joining me is Brenton Nicol, who works alongside us with our MSP programs. Also on the line from Acronis, we've got William too. William will be diving into the product and giving us a little bit of a demo later. But in terms of today's agenda, I'm going to quickly give you an overview of the Ingram Micro Cloud team here, particularly for people that haven't already logged on and activated their account. Just a quick how-to guide. Then we're going to hand over through to William that's going to take us on a bit of a deep dive on the solution and a bit of a demo on the Acronis backup for Office 365. Then I'm going to hand you over to Brenton, who's going to take you through just an overview of the programs that we have with Acronis here at Ingram Micro, and a quick demo on how to spin up a trial on our marketplace. So for those that are joining us today that may not have already onboarded with the Ingram Micro Cloud team, just to give you an overview, we are a specialist team here within the Ingram Micro family, and in fact with our Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace, we're now rolled that out to many, many countries, around about 31 countries now, particularly here in APAC region. We have New Zealand on board, Singapore on board, India on board. Really great for our partners that are dealing with customers that might reside in all those countries. And the look and feel of the marketplace, the way to manage those subscriptions to new services is exactly the same. We've also got a range of technical specialists as well, including developers and architectural solutions. So if you are coming up across different scenarios where you might need a little bit of help from a sales perspective, a technical perspective, and a support perspective, please do reach out. We've got many arms that we can help you scale, both on that sales as well as the services and support side of things. And that's really the aim of our team here is, yes, we can absolutely help you spin up new solutions around Acronis and Office 365 and Dropbox, but really the aim of our team is to make sure that we engage with you at a business level, understand the types of customers, the types of services and solutions that you're taking out to partners, and how we can help augment those and strengthen those, again, both from that sales, technical, and support perspective. How we do that? So across the spectrum of tools that we have in our belt, we normally start around that billing, that administration and ticketing side of things. We work with ConnectWise, but maybe you have an Autotask or a Zendesk. We've got ways that we can plug into those as well, help that automation extend from our marketplace into those systems. Again, from a support perspective, we have a couple of different options around white label service desk options as well, helping you be able to cover 24/7 or 8/5, and we can support on that level 1, level 2, and if we need to go up to the full server infrastructure piece. Again, we've got a couple of different options for you to be able to white label and extend your support services as well. And that also plugs into things like our lifecycle services and professional services team, where you might need, say, some CRM development help or some SharePoint help, or maybe just assistance in doing a large migration. We can definitely help you plug into that team as well. Then, we can start helping you look at from a marketing perspective as well. A lot of the vendor programs have ready-to-go marketing that we can plug you into. And then things in that sales area, again, we've got playbooks from vendors. We've got on-demand material around getting up and playing into the cloud services space. And then, absolutely from a provisioning and management and subscription and customer lifecycle point of view, that's really where our cloud marketplace comes in. Now, when we talk around the Ingram Micro Cloud family, we've actually got a range of different options when it comes to our platforms. Particularly if you're just getting started, we do have our referral program, then extend out into that channel resale model with our cloud marketplace. And if you want to start white labeling that and plugging that into maybe an e-commerce solution that you already have, that's where our cloud store comes in. For those that are a little bit more in that kind of hosted services space, that's where our Odin Essentials and Odin Premium come into play, or maybe if you're extending out into a little bit more of a telco kind of space, that's where our NSIM platform is. But absolutely, no matter where you are in terms of your journey around the managed services and cloud services space, there's definitely a way we can help you plug in, keep things automated, and really help around that subscription and management and billing piece, especially when we're talking about those true month-to-month solutions. All right, so just a quick overview on our cloud marketplace. So this is the largest platform for our resellers to be able to go in and resell around a whole different range of solutions. And if you haven't activated your account, very, very easy to do so. You've already got your login credentials. It's the exact same credentials that you use to plug into our Ingram Micro Online or TechLink portal. You can either use the link from TechLink to go to our marketplace or directly go there at au.cloud.im. The first time that you log in, you'll just need to activate your marketplace account. You're going to double check all your contact details, etc. And then you're going to choose how you want to be billed. You want to go direct to a credit card, or do you want to go onto a 30-day terms account? And there's pluses and minuses on that. Absolutely happy to talk you through those two different options. But once you've selected which way you want to go, 5 minutes later, you're activated and you have access to the marketplace. Again, very, very easy to get going. But do reach out, and make sure that we take you through a demo, show you the different areas of the marketplace, how you can spin up solutions, how you can then manage those, and if you want to, extend that access out to your customers as well. Every Monday, we run a marketplace webinar at 1 o'clock, so feel free to jump on in and join those at any time. Now, when we do talk about the marketplace, there's 3 key levels. That first level, the marketplace, is where you select and order new subscriptions, set up new customers. Behind that is what we call the reseller control panel. Now, this is where you manage all those customers, manage all those subscriptions, be able to set up like notifications around renewals, etc. And as I said, you can go pretty deep around some of the ongoing management and billing side of things. But then if you want, you can extend that out to customers to give them a little bit of self-management and control there as well. But those are the 3 key levels. More than happy to tee up a time and really take a deep dive on those with you. Now, when we're talking around the solutions inside the marketplace, this is growing all the time. You'll see more and more announcements kind of roll out. Expect to see, in fact, Skykicker just rolled out a new migration plan inside Marketplace as well today. But starting to build out key areas around the infrastructure piece, with Azure, with SoftLayer, with Acronis, security around the Trend Micros and Sirius, the communication collaboration area. And in fact, we've just launched a new devices where we're finding select hardware that really kind of marry up with these solutions that you'll also be able to order through the marketplace as well. All right, well, that's it from me. I'm going to hand over to William from Acronis to take you through a bit of a deep dive on the backup cloud. William, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thanks, Greg. So let me introduce myself. My name is William. I am a sales engineer based in Singapore. Very happy to join the webinar session. So let me go to the next slide. We know that we have Office 365 hosted somewhere else online, but why do we need to back up? So question is, do you think about sometimes we got data loss, accidentally, human error, delete some of the emails, and you want to retrieve back, right? You can use a backup solution to do a restoration, or you want to comply with some regulation of your company, say that your emails you need to store for 30 days or more, or even 2 months. You can do a backup and you can store like the retention period as you like. And you have the ownership of the data, so you can store your data locally or you can store it to somewhere else in the cloud, right? Next slide, please. Right, so the key features for end user, basically what they want is they want to have a backup of their mailboxes, even online, backup to locally or backup to cloud. So to cloud, they can have the option to choose if you want to back up to a public cloud, private cloud, or even Acronis Cloud Data Center, right? And whenever they want to do a recovery, they can choose to recover a certain email by typing in some keywords through the search box. I just want to recover a certain attachment or single email or mailboxes, that, and they want to preview the email before they do a recovery. So they want to identify, make sure this is the right content. I want to do a recovery and select that to do a restoration. And also, they can do the send email using the backup console. They don't need to do a restoration and do a send email using the Outlook or Exchange Online. So they can do it directly in the backup console itself. And also, whenever do a backup is running, they can monitor the status, see the activities behind the backup process, the backup time, stuff like that. And we have encryption. So encryption can do in-transit encryption and at rest. So let's say for some of the VIPs, you can put encryption, path-based encryption on that particular mailboxes. So whenever we want to do a recovery, you will need to key in a certain password to do a recovery. And also we can choose to select the point in time recovery. Say I want to recover last month's data. I simply browse through my last month's data, select their data, do a browsing, it will preview the data during that period of time. And I can click the recovery button and restore that email. Next slide, please. So for service provider, the benefit for service provider, you can integrate with your automation tools. For example, audience service automation tools, or even if you're using ConnectWise or LabTag, you can integrate with the automation service. So it will automatically provision, do the billing automatically, everything controlled by the automation tools. Also, it will generate monthly revenue by the price is up to you to control. So you can offer a certain price and you have full control of the margin. And you can protect your Office 365 mailboxes. Simply just deploy an agent. You can browse through all the mailboxes. You can do backup of selected or all the mailboxes in your environment. And you can control the backup destination. You can control the backup to your local NAS device in your office, or you can select you want to back up to remote office. You can do that as well. So it's up to you to select. You have the flexibility to control, right? And this allows you to ensure you have the compliance. You meet the compliance to read the regulation for your company to store the data locally and store for a period of time. And you can easily expand to back up your environment, right? And also it reduces the complexity. It's very easy to use. Later I'll show you in the demo how easy to navigate, how easy to configure backup and recovery. Next slide, please. So the competitive advantage for Acronis Backup Cloud is increase the protection with point-in-time recovery, not only for mailboxes, but also for other devices. So we're able to back up mailboxes, the home mailbox, and also on-premise product, right? On-premise devices, and increase the value for each of the backup. So low cost per seating. Later I have a price comparison between Office Exchange Online Archival and Acronis Backup Cloud. And the simplified management is a web-based UI. A few clicks of a button, you can configure a backup policy, and it's easy to navigate around. You don't need to have, it's very minimum learning curve, right? And also have recovery. You can do a preview before you do a restoration, and you can have the control. Like I mentioned earlier, I can choose to back up local or back up to cloud storage. And expand protection, you can back up different devices as well using the single management console. Next slide, please. So market opportunity for Office 365 backup. So you can attach to your existing customer that want to buy Office 365. You can say, hey, this is Office 365, and how about I offer you additional protection by backing up to locally or to any cloud device, any cloud destination of your choice, right? So it's 100% of a deal you can convert to. So it increase ARPU. ARPU is average revenue per user. So you can upsell depending on how much you want to sell to the customer, right? And expand margin. You can upsell and improve more volume of sales by checking with them if they need to back up other devices as well, like workstations, servers, and stuff like that. So this will allow them to reduce churn. So under a single backup console, you have multiple services, multiple layer of protection. So it will reduce customer churn. Next slide, please. So this is a price and features comparison between Acronis Backup Office 365 and Microsoft Exchange Online. So you look at the costs. Exchange is costing about $420 per user. I believe this is in US dollar. And also for the retention period, Exchange allows the user to keep only 30 days in the delete items. So after 30 days, it will purge off. Whereas Acronis, you can decide you want to keep the data more than 30 days or indefinite, right? And it allows you to back up to local device. Whereas Microsoft Exchange, they do not have the capability to back up your Exchange Online to local device, right? You need to rely on third-party tools, right? And data protection, basically for Acronis, is using point-in-time archival, so meaning to say that you specify 9 p.m. to do a backup, and that's the time. And whereas for Exchange, it's basically data center replication. So you replicate, make sure your Exchange services are up and running all the time, right? User interface for Acronis, web-based user interface, and same as Exchange, but they have can use Outlook to control as well. So point in time, we really natively really have that capability, but for Exchange Archive, it's based on demand features. So Acronis, we have multiple storage options. Earlier, you can back up to local, you can back up to your private cloud or public cloud, right? For Exchange, back up to only Azure. With Acronis, we can replicate the backup data to say you want to back up one copy to local, and then the second copy you want to back up to cloud. So you can do that. But with Exchange Online archiving, you can back up to only Azure. Next slide, please. I think the next slide should be demo. Yep, that's demo. Right. Now, let me just share my screen.
William, just a couple of questions have come in that a few people have asked in regards to, obviously, 365 as we've covered for email. Is there any updates in regards to SharePoint at all? Because I don't believe that's currently supported. Am I correct?
Right. So currently, we only back up Exchange Online. SharePoint support will be in the later part of this year. Got that?
Cool, excellent. Yep, so that's covered those questions. So I've just given you the presenter mode, so you should be able to screen share now. Thank you.
Okay. So can you guys see the screen?
All good on our side.
Right. Okay. So this is the online portal, Acronis Backup Console. All you need to do is you just launch a browser, key in the URL. It's cloud.acronis.com. Log in with your credential. This is the page you see. So in the first page, this is the dashboard. You will see your overview of your machine, your environment. And whenever you want to do an online backup of Office 365, all you need to do is come to the Add button, scroll down, download an agent for Office 365, install in the machine, and then key in your global admin credential. Once it's able to key in, and then you appear an additional option, Microsoft Office 365. Come to here. Let me just key in. Just give me a minute, trying to log in to my machine. Yep, so once I log in already, I can see all my mailboxes are here. And whenever I do a backup, all I need to do is just simply select, let me just change the mode. I can change to detail mode or simplified mode. So in detail mode, I can see all the status, the mailboxes are here, and the backup status, the backup time, most of the details are here. Say I want to back up one of the mailboxes. I just select this mailbox, click backup. I can add a backup plan. So basically, this backup plan allows you to create a backup policy. Say you want to back up the mailboxes to which location, what's the retention period, and what's the schedule. So I already have an existing backup plan, but just let me go ahead to create a new backup plan. So by creating a new backup plan, I have more options. I have advanced option and default value to choose the backup option. Right. So first, you will select which destination you want to back up to. You can back up one copy to local folder, or you have a NAS storage, you want to back up your email to local NAS, you can select that. And after that, if you select the first location is a non-cloud location, and it will appear a second option say that you want to replicate the backup to a different destination. And if you select yes, it will replicate the backup data to a different destination, such as like local folder, or you have a remote NAS store different location, you can select that. Or you want to back up to cloud, you can select the cloud storage option. So next we have scheduling. So you can select different kind of schedule for the backup. Say on the backup by hourly or by minute. I can select the hour option, and I can change the hour to minutes, as I can configure as short as like 10 minutes or 5 minutes, simply by just clicking this option, change it, select this, and I can select the days. Right. In this case, I'm just going to go with daily. So retention period, you can keep. We have 3 different types of retention period options. First, you can keep the backup as indefinitely, or you can store by number of copies. And say I want to store for 10 copies or 5 copies. I can select that. Or you can select the option by age. So age allows you to choose how long you want to keep the data by, daily keep for 7 days, weekly keep for 1 month, something like that. So you can configure the option from here. So this is an option, or you can have a single plan to say I want to keep all the email like 1 month. Then you can have the option to allow you to say I want to encrypt the backup data for this person, right? So simply just turn this on, key in the passphrase, and select the encryption algorithm. So we have the algorithm of AES 128 up to AES 256, right? So whenever, let's say your data is encrypted, whenever you want to do a recovery, you'll pop up a message, say that what's your password. Without a password, I'm not able to browse, I'm not able to do a restoration. Right. So let's say if this mailbox has been backed up successfully, and right now I want to do a recovery. Same thing, simply just select the mailbox you want to restore, select the recovery option, and browse the data source you want to recover the data from. So let's say if I got a data storing in the NAS storage and I want to recover from my NAS storage, I can select from my NAS storage. Sorry about that. Let me just select another mailbox. Sorry, just let me try again. Sorry about the recovery. My service, I think something wrong. I'm not going to troubleshoot that right now. But in short, recovery, you can select what to restore, which day to recovery, and you can choose to send the email to a certain person, right? And other option, you have overview, basically to tell you that this is the account, this is user mailbox, and you can see the activities, like what activities been run on these mailboxes, like past 2 days backup job, you want to do some analysis, or you have an issue, you want to log in support ticket with our support team, you can basically browse through here. And alert, if you got any error message from the backup, basically it will appear an option over here, and it will say the details from here. Okay, so that's my demo. I'm going to just go back to the slide.
Thanks, William. Just while we get the slides back up, there was a question that came through in regards to the agent part that was mentioned. When it backs up, does it back up locally then to the cloud, or is it direct to cloud?
Oh, you can select. Yeah, you can select to choose. You want to back up to the cloud directly, or you want to back up to one copy to local and then replicate that copy to cloud. So it's up to you to choose. Okay, any more questions?
A few of the other ones sort of got answered as you went through it. Obviously, the issue that came up on the demo, so this is one of the joys of demo gods, right? So apologies everyone for the demo on that, but that was the Office 365 environment there that was probably playing up a bit. Another question that did come in, shared mailboxes. Fully supported, Liam?
Yep, we do support shared mailboxes as well. So we can see the mail here in the Office 365 account, and we can select that to do a backup.
Cool. One question that came in, I'll take this one. The data is stored, there's three options to store the data, either on a local area, so you can store it locally, or you can store it in a NAS on site or on your own private cloud, or you can store it in Acronis' cloud, which is hosted in Sydney here. So all this data can reside here in Sydney. So there was reference to Singapore. Obviously, William is based in Singapore, so he's testing on his local data center. But Acronis does have a data center based here in Sydney. So in regards to data retention, everything is maintained within the country. Would that be correct, William, yes?
Yep, that's correct.
Yep. One question that came up in regards to the agent license, the agent piece, so installing the agent. If the server is offline, does the backups then cease if the agent is not contacting the server? It's a good question.
Yep. So if the agent is offline, the agent will act as a proxy. So this agent will try to communicate to Exchange Online and retrieve all the information from the mailboxes. So if the agent is offline, you're not able to do a backup. So you need the agent to be up and running, and in order to have a successful backup and recovery.
Cool. And one question said, can we store it to OneDrive? OneDrive is just a folder, so you can store backups there. It's not really recommended to back up stuff to a file syncing software, but you can store it to any network folder. So by all means, that's supported. But syncing on OneDrive, that'd be a Microsoft thing thereafter. So if you end up doing that, best of luck to you, but it's supported going to any network folder, any network or local folder.
Right.
Okay, so we'll go one more question, then we'll go through the other bits of the slides, then we'll come back to the other question. So there's another question on the agent licensing. William, a lot of chatter going on about this. So you're saying as a proxy, the question was, does it download to the local agent and then upload back to Acronis or the site? Or if you're backing up directly to Acronis' cloud, does it just go direct from Office 365? So in Australia, I'm guessing that's referencing the bandwidth limitations Australians have. Obviously, downloading all the emails and re-uploading it, I think, is where the concern is probably going to be for this.
Right. So the agent will not download the email backup data to locally. So it will back up directly to the cloud. If, let's say your destination is selecting to the cloud, so it will back up directly from cloud to cloud. If you select a local NAS storage, so the agent will download all the data to local using this agent to try to communicate with the NAS storage, and then it will store a copy there. Then we'll use this agent to upload the data to our Acronis cloud. So that is the situation.
Cool. So by the sounds of it, they're going straight to the Acronis cloud. The agent is just sort of there to collect the information, but it'll be direct to cloud, yeah?
That's right.
Beautiful, excellent. So guys, there is a few more questions there. I'm just going to kick on with a few more slides and we will come back to those. So we only have a few more to go, so bear with us one more moment while we go through that. So thank you very much, William, for that and all those questions. We'll come back to a few more questions at the end. And we're just going to go over some of the reseller programs that are available for the Acronis product. So as Greg mentioned, my name is Brenton Nichols. I'll be just going through this portion here, a few more slides, and we'll get straight back to those questions. A lot of good questions coming in, so keep them coming, guys. So a couple of channels that are available here through the Ingram Micro Marketplace as well as the Acronis product overall. So some of the ones we have up here is for the perpetual licensing, where you're buying the licenses and the customer owns that license at the end. There is the MSP model, so for those large-scale volume deployments, being able to control and manage those all within the single Acronis portal. We also have the cloud marketplace option. Each of them do have their major pros and cons. The ability for the ability to transact a couple of gigs if you need for a customer, just backing up a small amount of data, whereas the MSP one designed for those larger scale deployments with those commitment values and discounted tiers. And obviously the perpetual, customers that you don't manage or don't want to have those transactional relationships with have the ability to still acquire the licenses and have you deploy them, but then you simply keep it on a renewal basis as you would with any traditional software licensing. But if you are selling 365 with that, you'll be able to wrap that around that monthly service or annual service is definitely an attractive offer with the MSP and the marketplace solutions. So just a bit of getting started with it, we are going to go through a bit of a walkthrough in regards to getting on the marketplace and being able to transact this. So we are going to focus on the marketplace piece here, because we do have the ability for anyone who wants to get on board to be able to start trialing this immediately through your cloud marketplace account with any of your customers. So be able to transact that with a free 30-day trial that we have going at the moment. So it gives you that ability to deploy that. So from the Ingram Micro Tech Link page or the just Ingram Micro website, you do have an option to access our cloud marketplace with the unified login straight on the top menu that you see there. Now, if you are missing this button, there's an option to add it by selecting the cogs at the end and choosing Cloud Marketplace and applying that. Very quick and easy for a single website to access and still be able to redirect straight to your cloud solutions. Now, once you're on the cloud marketplace, we'll give you the option here to select some of the cloud services that we have available. And from there, Acronis will sit under the infrastructure piece, and then you'll see the Acronis Backup Cloud Office 365 section. So once you select on that, it will give you the full rundown. Now, as said, we do have the ability to go under a trial for this at the moment. So anyone who's looking at just giving it a bit of a sample, putting their feet in the water to see how it works with their current customers or using it on your own Office 365 deployment, you do have the ability to risk-free 30 days trial that for unlimited storage as well for those 30 days. So feel free to jump on board, back up everything to the Acronis Cloud, test it out, see what you think of it, come back to us if you have any questions at all. But the Ingram team and the Acronis team are more than happy to help you out. But that's a free 30-day trial that Ingram has going off the back of this webinar session. Now, to actually provision that, it's a few clicks to get it going. Once you've selected the license, just selecting the 30-day term period, continuing through to the checkout process, entering in all the customer details, or selecting your existing customer. If you've got an existing customer with Office 365, you can provision it alongside those existing licenses, completing the customer information and keenly noting to populate information if you're managing this customer with your details so you are contacted directly if there's any notifications that come out of our systems, or into a mailbox that's set up on that end user site. Once you've gone through and populated that information, reviewing the final order, as said, the trial will be free for the first 30 days, regardless of how much storage you consume. So you're able to store a couple of gigs to 150 gigs on this system in the initial 30 days before the charge rates start to go out the following month. So you can cancel any time, so you're not contractually locked in with this method. Agreeing to the terms and conditions then allows the service to be provisioned, and based on experience, we can normally see that done within a few minutes. So it's very quick to get yourself online and deployed for the Acronis Cloud solution. Just how to actually access the Acronis Cloud via our marketplace once you've processed that free 30-day trial offer, just selecting the control panel after you've placed your order, selecting the customers section on the left-hand side, and the customer you've provisioned that for, using the actions column will take you straight into their customer control panel to be able to provision and manage these services. And once you land on there, you will see the option to manage your Acronis backup licenses. Selecting the manage option will take you into the ability to log into the backup console, where you'll see exactly what William was showing just before, the ability to provision the Mailbox Backup account and start backing up those mailboxes. And once you're there, as I said, we've already seen this one portion that William's already gone through. You'll see the server options and the ability to start provisioning those backups. And if you do get stuck, as I said, the Ingram Micro team is here to help as well as the Acronis team, but we also have a very extensive knowledge base on our Office 365, on our cloud marketplace, which goes very in-depth in regards to configuring these backups for your Office 365 Acronis backup. So you can get yourself underway with very detailed documentation and guides, not only purchasing, but managing them. And there's a link on the screen there if you do need access to it. It's also available via the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace under the Help section. So very, very detailed documentation here with a lot of screenshots, so quite in-depth to go through all that. So as in regards, just a bit of a summary before we start to finish up and go back to some of these really good questions that have come through. As I said, an aggregated service marketplace is what is available via the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace. The ability to bolt on these services directly to your existing customers, all of the Office 365, the ability to manage those through a centralized system, as well as our global strategy, leveraging our partners such as Acronis, Microsoft Office 365, all on our unified platform, fully backed by 24/7 support, as well as the local teams that we have here to assist in should anything arise. You know, we are here to assist you guys develop and build these solutions out. As I said, you can contact us at any stage just by giving us a phone call or an email. As I said, the numbers are on the screen. We do have reps in a number of regions, so feel free to reach out. More than happy to assist and go through any partners that require assistance. As I said, feel free to give us a call. Now, I am going to go through some of these questions now, so thank you very much for everyone who did attend for today, and appreciate your time. As I said, any other questions, let us know, but definitely jump onto our marketplace and go through that 30-day trial, start getting yourself backed up with Acronis Backup Cloud, utilizing and taking advantage of that trial to get yourself backed up, as well as extending that offering out to your customers. And I'm just going to go through some of those questions. So, William, you feel free to jump in with one of the questions if I need your help. But so there was one question that said, do you need a server to install the agents, William? Can it be installed on any device, or does it need to be installed on a server?
Oh, you can install in the Windows desktop. So my agent is installed in the Windows desktop. You can install in the server as long as just Windows platform, that would do.
Cool. And there was another question which came up in regards to, does the agent need to be running to initiate the cloud backup? I think we covered that already. That was a yes, correct? The agent must be running for the backup to go through it, even cloud to cloud?
Yep, correct. You still need an agent.
Cool. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, so there's a couple of requests in regards to an agent-less version. So, William, maybe you want to take a note of that. There was a couple of requests that came through of that, an agentless one. Question that came through, is it the same data center as Microsoft? No, Acronis has their own data center outside of Microsoft. So this is also a DR solution as well as a backup offering, because it is backing up to a third-party data center, which is managed by Acronis. So completely outside of the Azure platform and still hosted locally in Australia.
That's correct.
So we've covered the SharePoint libraries piece. So as William said, that's a coming soon feature. So definitely being able to attach that on once you've got Office 365 is an option there. So in regards to the cloud-to-cloud stuff, we'll take that offline, Mark. I've noted that down. We'll see what options we have there. But apart from that, thank you very much, everyone. I think we've covered most of the other questions. As I said, if anything is missed or you need more information, feel free to reach out to us via email. As I said, we're happy to get Acronis on the phone if you want to go through some more POC options. As I said, the best proof of concept you can get, jump on that 30-day trial, start looking at options to deploy that to not only yourself but your customers. So again, thank you very much, everyone, for your time. And as I said, thank you very much, William, as well, for your time.
Yep, thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, thank you all.
Bye.